Make a circle with the cluster flower. Into this hole, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 chains. Then 2 chains, skip 1 DC. In the beginning chain of 5, the first 3 count as 1 double crochet. This round plus the beginning one makes 6 double crochets in total. Separate each double crochet with 2 chains. Into the 5 chain space. The first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, 6 in total. Then 2 chains apart. Then in this third one, find 2 strands on the chain to make a slip stitch. This is the first round. Then on the wrong side, tighten the yarn tail. Long end. After this round is finished, you'll see a hole formed here. 6 holes in total made by 2 chains each. Into each hole, work a single crochet. 1 chain, 3 double crochets. 1 chain. 1 single crochet. 6 groups in total. 1 single crochet. 1 chain. 3 single crochets, 3 double crochets. 1 chain, 1 single crochet. There are 6 petals in this first layer. After completing the last petal with a single crochet, insert the hook into the back loop. Work a slip stitch here. 4 chains. On top of this double crochet, wrap from the back. Work a back loop slip stitch, or 1, 2, 3, 4. In the middle of this petal. Open it up a bit here. Insert the hook from the back. Slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally make a slip stitch on this double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Insert from the back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one. Make a slip stitch on the double crochet of the first layer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then at this petal, right here, insert from the back and make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then continue making a slip stitch on this double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're back to our starting point. Make a slip stitch in this place. And another slip stitch inside here. There were 6 in the first layer, but this layer has 8 inside the flower frame. 1 was made in each of these, skip 2. Then add 1 more inside here. Just roughly separated at the middle position. Added 1 here on this side. And skipped 1. So this is the second layer of the flower frame, forming a total of 8 petals. 1 extra here and 1 extra here. Added 1 stitch in each of the middle spaces. The second layer of petals consists of 8 groups of single crochet, each group being the same. 1 single crochet, 1 chain, 4 double crochets. Four double crochets, 1 chain. 1 single crochet. All 8 are the same, each starting with 1 single crochet, 1 chain, 4 double crochets. 1 chain, 1 single crochet. All 8 petals are identical. These are the 8 petals of the second layer, 6 in the first layer, 8 in the second, 2 more added. After completing the last petal, join with a slip stitch into the single crochet of the first petal like this. Then yarn over twice, cut the yarn and weave in the long tail to finish. We need to switch colors. For the third layer, we'll work and join as you go, connecting to the corresponding positions on the main part of the garment. To connect the third layer, we can divide the flower petals into 4 groups, 2 petals per group, making 4 groups in total. Each group forms one pattern. This group is one pattern. That group is one pattern. Actually, every group has the same pattern. This is one pattern. This is one pattern. This is one pattern. This is one pattern. All 4 patterns are identical, one pattern per group, but within each group, the 2 petals have different pattern details. First, we'll set up the flower framework. Just pick any position to start. Pull out the needle from the back loop. First, set up the frame. Start by attaching the yarn for this layer. Then, at this position, bring the yarn through and work a single crochet in the same spot. Bring the yarn through, work a single crochet. Bring the yarn through, work 5 chains. 3, 4, 5 chains. Then next, work 1 slip stitch into the next stitch below, then 5 chains. This large frame has a total of 8. Just like that, keep crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, at the petal from the previous layer, come around from the front. Work a slip stitch. Like this, it will form a total of 8 loops. After finishing the last chain, make a slip stitch into the first single crochet we made. These 8 flower frames are now complete, and every 2 are identical. What are the 2 different patterns corresponding to 2 petals? First, work a single crochet in the first circle. 2 chains. 1 double crochet. 2 treble crochets. Work a single crochet. This part will be joined to the main part of the garment. Use a single crochet to connect this side. I'm using a single crochet to mark the connection point. Connect with a single crochet to the specified position, right at this spot. Make the single crochet connection. After connecting, 1 treble crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 chains. In the same circle, work another single crochet. Repeat this process once more in the same row. This is the first time, and now the second. Same connection point. Repeat exactly the same way. That's it. These 2 points must be connected to the specified stitch position. On the same loop, repeat twice. Repeat twice. This is the first petal. 2 connection points. Second petal. 4 chains. In the next one below, work a double crochet. Then work a treble crochet. Then, connect to the point on the garment. Single crochet to connect. After completing this connection, work 3 chains. Then work 1 single crochet in the same hole. Then 3 more chains. A treble crochet. Then connect to the specified position in the next stitch, single crochet to connect. 1 double crochet, 4 chains. Okay, now move to the next group, into the hole. 1 single crochet. Take a look. Every 2 petals. Each petal has 2 joining points. So this forms one group, up to here is one group. Now the third petal, this is the third petal, and the single crochet has already been connected here. So this counts as one single crochet, repeat this petal. 2 joining points. Then, after reaching this position again, repeat this petal. Just keep repeating 4 groups. Complete this round. Okay, let's go over it again. Repeat the previous 2 groups. Repeat the first 2 petals. Another group completed. That's this method. You need to work and join as you go for this entire round, every 2 petals. Just follow this method to complete 4 groups. After finishing the last petal, crochet 4 chains, then join with the first one. These 4 chains and the first petal, we have a single crochet here, right? Connect them. Then chain 2, cut the yarn and weave in the end. If you crochet this separately, it looks bulky. But once you join it with 1 stitch, it won't look like that anymore. Now let's take a look at the back body of the garment. According to the stitch count in the chart, just keep crocheting upwards evenly, no increases or decreases. Pay attention to the right side and wrong side of the garment. This is the right side. You can clearly see the right side of the piece. We need to make sure the bump, that is, our popcorn stitch, appears on the right side of the garment. But depending on how we crochet, sometimes we might end up working on the wrong side. There are 2 cases, making the popcorn stitch on the right side, or making it on the wrong side. The goal is to have the effect stand out clearly on the right side, giving it more dimension. Next, let's see how to crochet the popcorn stitch on both the right and wrong sides. When you reach the designated position, you'll work 1 popcorn stitch on the right side, make 5 double crochets in the same stitch. Then, pick up 2 strands from the first double crochet stitch, bring the yarn around from the back here, and chain 1 to secure. It forms a popcorn stitch. After that, simply continue crocheting the following stitches according to the pattern. This way, the popcorn stitch will show up on the right side. What if I crochet the popcorn stitch on the wrong side, but still want the effect to pop out on the right side? How do I do it? We do this. Still make 5 double crochets in the same stitch, but insert the hook from back to front. Go through the 2 strands of the first DC from back to front, wrap, the yarn over from the front like this, then chain 1 to secure. This way, the 3D effect will be on the backside, meaning it shows up on the right side of the garment. These two methods both make the popcorn stitch stand out on the right side. Just keep that in mind, otherwise, work even without increases or decreases, following the pattern chart upwards. Once you've reached the required length, and after working even rows as shown in the diagram, when you get to the last row, leave the middle stitches unworked. This is for the back neckline, this part here. Skip 1 row's space, then crochet 1 more row to finish, forming 1 shoulder. We skipped 1 row at the back neck, so mark it with a stitch marker, making sure it's symmetrical on both sides. Your yarn ends here, with the right side facing out. Crochet normally up to the stitch marker. The marker indicates where the back neck opening starts, then stop when you reach this front part. Crochet the regular pattern up to this point. What position is this? It's the first stitch on this side of the neckline, actually the stitch right before that first one. Then work 1 normal double crochet, skip this stitch, make an incomplete double crochet in the next stitch below, then close all 3 together. This decreases 1 stitch here, and another there, so 2 stitches decrease total. This way, the stitch count stays fixed. The stitch count here remains fixed. This is the shoulder side, the last stitch of the shoulder. Then chain 1, cut the yarn and fasten off. Cut the yarn. Finally, weave in the ends. Now take a look at the other side. The stitch right after our stitch marker, everything from this side onward. Pay attention to the direction here, but it's still the same. I'll start from this shoulder area at the stitch marker and join the yarn. Leave a little yarn tail. Let's tuck the yarn in. 3 chains. Skip 1, then work into this stitch. Tuck the yarn in and work a double crochet, the position right after the stitch marker. From here on, follow the pattern as written, work even without increasing or decreasing until you reach the other side, then break the yarn. Just follow the pattern evenly. You can also place a stitch marker here since this will be the first stitch for sewing up the shoulder. Same on this side, place the stitch marker right here, marking the other side of the right shoulder for sewing. We leave this first stitch open to make it easier for later sewing. When joining the shoulders, make sure the stitch count on this side matches exactly with the other side. For the exact number of stitches and neckline size, refer to the chart. Alright, the back piece is now complete. Now let's look at the front piece. The stitch count is the same as the back piece. Follow the chart to take the required number of stitches, and work even without increasing or decreasing. Just keep in mind, these bobbles, we didn't have bobbles on the back piece, so remember that. Follow the stitch count and pattern as shown. Pay attention to the right side and wrong side, the bobbles must be on the right side of the garment. And yes, you need to work them here on both sides, both left. Continue working even, following the original pattern, until you reach the row count indicated on the chart. Then use a stitch marker to divide both sides equally. This middle stitch is the center point. From now on, continue working even, following the same pattern, crocheting upwards without increases or decreases. Check the chart for how many rows to work. After reaching the specified number of rows, we'll work one side separately while leaving the other side unworked. Starting from here, work even without shaping until you reach the designated row count, then we'll begin shaping the neckline. When working on one side, with the right side facing out, the left side appears flat. On this left side, after working even for several rows, place a stitch marker here to mark where the neckline shaping begins, where the stitch count starts changing. Leave a marker for reference. From this point, maintain the pattern without changes on the left side, working even, then we'll start decreasing. The decreasing method is by combining stitches. The other side remains even, no increases or decreases. Leave the last 3 stitches before the stitch marker, that's where the marker is placed, 3 stitches before it. 1, 2, 3. Work 3 incomplete double crochets. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This counts as decreasing 2 stitches. The side with the stitch marker is where we straight bind off for the neck opening. Then 1, 2, turn, it's the same. At the end of each row, the last 3 stitches are worked together as one. When turning again, start with 3 chains. Then insert the hook into the lower 2 strands of the double crochet stitch below this stitch, and work an incomplete double crochet, then work another incomplete double crochet in the next stitch below, then finish them together as one. This way, we start decreasing. After these 1, 2 rows, when working the inside part evenly, without increasing, or decreasing, just follow this method when crocheting back. When going back again, refer to this same technique, like this. 1, 2, then back and forth like this, you just repeat, each time working 3 stitches into one. After decreasing for 5 rows this way. All 5 rows use the exact same decreasing method. When you come back on the last row without increasing, or decreasing, decrease only 1 stitch. That makes a total of 6 rows. Same as before. Originally we were supposed to decrease 2 stitches here, but we'll only decrease 1. Then, crochet the pattern evenly without increasing, or decreasing for the last row. After completing the last row, place a stitch marker on the first stitch of this shoulder to mark it. You don't need to cut the yarn here, you can go ahead and sew this edge directly to the side of the back piece that's already crocheted. Sew it together on this side first. This is the right side of our sweater. When sewing, place the front and back pieces with their right sides facing each other, meaning their wrong sides are facing outward. So both pieces are placed with wrong sides out, and the right sides aligned. Bring the stitch marker over here. We'll use single crochet to sew from the marker onward. The yarn wasn't cut earlier. Join from this end to that end. This is the back of the garment, and the seam will also be on the back side of the sweater. This is the last stitch we left earlier, the final stitch at the shoulder. Then pass through both strands on this side, 1 stitch from the first double crochet, and the corresponding stitch from the opposite double crochet, right on this DC stitch. Pull both strands through together, and work a single crochet. Next, on the second stitch here, both loops of the DC stitch, make sure not to twist the back. Take both loops of the DC stitch, and pull through corresponding stitches to make a single crochet. The stitch count should match exactly, the number of stitches on both shoulders must correspond evenly. Continue sewing with single crochets all the way to the left side, until you reach the 2 stitch markers. Keep using single crochet throughout, just like this, sew each stitch to its corresponding stitch without skipping, go up to the last stitch, then work 1 more SC into the next 2 stitches, fasten off, and leave a tail. This way, the seam is neat, the stitch counts match, and it's hidden on the wrong side. This is the right side of the garment, it looks clean and tidy. Once done, weave in the end. Now, we'll attach the yarn on the other front side. The method for joining yarn is the same. Following the original direction, we were crocheting from here to there, so our direction should continue from here onward. So we begin by joining the yarn, skipping the next stitch because this is our center stitch. Make 3 beginning chains as a double crochet. Then continue normally following the pattern, work even for the same number of rows without increasing, or decreasing. Keep the same stitch count, and when ending, decrease 3 stitches 5 times. For the last part, refer to the same method used here. First work several rows even without shaping. This side is different from the other side. In this case, after finishing, cut the yarn, but leave enough stitches unworked. Then start decreasing from this point for a total of 6 rows. In the first 5 rows, decrease 2 stitches each, 3 stitches together. On the final row, after decreasing, join with the back piece in the same way, keeping the seam on the wrong side of the garment, just like before, exactly the same. That way, both front and back collars are completely sewn together. Next, let's move on to sewing under the arm. First, use a stitch marker to mark the shoulder and armhole area. Reserve this position. Count a total of 15 rows, symmetrically on front and back, with wrong sides facing out, and right sides placed together. Mark each side with a stitch marker. For our sewing, join the yarn at the bottom edge. Align the bottom edges of both sides, matching the first chain and the one below it on our side. Thread 2 strands through the chains from front to back. Pass 2 separate threads through the corresponding stitches on both sides. Pull the thread through and make a slip knot first. Chain 1 to secure, then insert into both front and back loops. Work a single crochet in the stitch, then chain 2, then in front of this double crochet stitch. The 2 strands correspondingly match the back piece's stitch. Check that it's aligned here. Pick up 1 strand from the front, and 1 from the back at this position and pull through. Go through both loops and work a single crochet. We do this for every 2 chains. Then work a single crochet. There will be a ridge formed on the wrong side of the garment. Follow this method. The method is 2 chains, 1 single crochet. Pay attention. Pass through the front and back loops. Make sure it's symmetrical. Don't stagger them. Keep sewing like this up to the stitch marker position. We crochet up to the marker, make the last single crochet, then chain 2, either 1 or 2 chains is fine, and leave a yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Finally, hide the yarn tail. This is our armhole. Do the same for the other side. In this way, we've completed sewing the front and back bodies. Okay, now let's look at the sleeves. For the sleeves, start with the specified number of stitches according to the chart, follow the pattern as shown, and work even throughout. Pay attention, on both sides, the left and right edges, you need to make bobbles, that is, popcorn stitches. Work even until you reach the required length, then stop with a stitch marker. Use the stitch marker to divide the total number of stitches evenly into 2 left and right parts. Place a stitch marker on the middle stitch. Fold it with the right side facing out. This stitch marker indicates the center position. Right side facing out, the popcorn stitch, bobble, should be on the outside, that's the front. First, fold it in half. At the armhole area, the back side of the garment faces out, with the right sides of the 2 pieces facing each other. Take the folded piece we just made. With the right side of the sleeve facing outward, pass it through this opening. After passing it through, this side is where the stitch marker is, right? The sleeve has the right side facing out, while the garment has the wrong side facing out. Now, unbutton the sleeve and connect it to the center seam of the armhole, aligning with the shoulder seam on both sides, joining at the edge. Then place another stitch marker at the starting point. Okay, this is the first stitch on this side. Clip the stitch marker here. For the other side, same thing, we haven't cut the yarn, so we'll sew from this spot. Next, just align the edges and sew them together. Roughly estimate the length. Sew on this side, start from here and sew, all the way to the middle point. The middle section should be evenly spaced. For example, if the distance is longer, you can use a stitch marker to mark the center point of this section. Just clip it at the approximate middle position. Then we'll start sewing from here. Take this thread and go through from this side. Pass through both strands at the underarm seam area, then pull through. The yarn from the last row of the sleeve, we'll draw it through, and pull it over. Make 1 chain stitch. Work another chain stitch, pass through front first, then back. Pass through front again, then through back again. In each stitch, pick up both strands and work a single crochet. I'll pull these 2 chains slightly. Our side here is all double crochets, On the top of the double crochet stitch, pick up both loops, approximately at the corresponding position, we estimate it, press down slightly, and work a single crochet, where we think it matches. 2 chains, in this sewing process, it's always 2 chains, then a single crochet. On the front stitch that's a double crochet, pick up both strands and find the corresponding position at the back. You need to estimate so the back isn't bunched up, aim for a flat, aligned area, press down slightly at the back to match. So like this, always pick up 2 strands from each side, never just 1 strand. During the sewing process, especially if the fabric at the back is too tight, it should stay relatively flat all the way up to the shoulder area. Two chains, 1 single crochet. Just like this, continue crocheting until you reach the stitch marker position, basically 1 stitch, maybe 1 or 2 stitches, this is where our shoulder seam will be. Pass through the stitch marker position, then thread through both strands at the shoulder. This is our center point, and you should be able to pass through it, from this side too. This side is now sewn. Once completed, it should look relatively flat. Don't let it bunch up here, don't alternate between tight and loose. Keep it roughly even. Next, flip to the other side and do the same. This is the start, this is the end, just divide evenly. If you find it too long, you can add another stitch marker here, so to that point, remove the marker, and keep dividing further. The approximate position is just like this, same as before. You don't need to keep this stitch marker, you can cut it off. Front and back 2 strands in each stitch. Just like this, roughly position it from the back. Keep sewing like this until the end. Once you finish this side, pull out the sleeve. This is the last stitch, the final stitch for joining underarm. Now pull out the sleeve. When pulled out, you can see it's actually 2 pieces, with right sides facing each other and wrong sides out. By the way, don't cut the yarn, we'll continue without breaking the yarn. Sewing all the way to the end, we're keeping the yarn attached for the sleeve. Isn't this our last sewn stitch? Let's leave it here for now, we'll start from this point. Pull the yarn over to this spot. Pull it over. Make 1 more slip stitch, then crochet another stitch in the same spot. Pass through front and back corresponding loops, each row matches row, symmetrically aligned. Using the same method, 2 chains, which are double crochet stitches, pass through front and back loops respectively, making sure they correspond, not staggered. The positions must match, also 2 chains. Here, just align row by row and sew straight across. This is our yarn tail, we can just hide it like this at the end. Keep crocheting and sewing all the way to the sleeve opening. No need to break the yarn yet, just follow this method. So don't misalign the rows. That keeps it nice and flat. When you reach the sleeve opening, first make 2 slip stitches, don't cut the yarn yet, just secure it. Then, turn the garment to the right side. If you're worried about slipping, use a stitch marker to secure it. Don't cut the yarn, tuck it to the right side of the garment. Now, on the right side of the garment, keep working without cutting the yarn. Cut open the stitch marker, and you'll see these two stitches are joined. Starting from here, count the total number of stitches around the armhole sleeve opening. It's up to you to check. Let's look at the decrease method on this side. It's done like this: inner loop then outer loop, inner hook and outer hook, joining these two stitches together. Start from here with an outer loop single crochet. Then another outer loop, making an incomplete single crochet. Like this. Then join them together, then make 2 chains. 2 chains, then skip the popcorn stitch, and work a double crochet in the next stitch behind it. Decrease evenly. Work another decrease. Mine is roughly 1 decrease every 3 stitches. Just approximately even, keep decreasing uniformly like this, and whenever you meet a popcorn stitch, skip it. Like this. In the end, it will form 36 stitches, decreasing roughly like this. Alternate between inner and outer loops, working crossed stitches. That's it. After crocheting to the last one, there's an inner loop. This isn't 2 stitches, right? This is where we join them. We can skip it together. Add both at the back loops. Then join with a slip stitch here. We just did an outer loop single crochet, then chain 2. Now insert the hook into the top strand of the second chain, and make a slip stitch. Okay, so this is it. After finishing like this, for the next round, follow this method: inner loop where needed, outer loop where needed. You can switch to another hook size, and continue crocheting to the desired length. Each round starts with 1 chain in the stitch, 1 outer loop single crochet, then 2 chains. Then join with a slip stitch, same for every round. After crocheting several rows, join the beginning and end by slip stitching them together, chain 2, leave a yarn tail, cut the yarn, and finally hide the ends. Switch to a smaller crochet hook at this point. The sleeve is made with 1 continuous yarn from start to finish. Next, let's look at the hem of this garment. The crocheting method for the hem, we'll divide it into front and back bodies to explain. Skip the stitch corresponding to this bobble. At the place where we have a chain, braid, skip it. Just like this. Don't pick up the braid, skip the bobble, and for all other places, pick up 1 stitch per stitch. But when you reach the back body, since there are no bobbles at the back, normally here we combine 3 stitches into 1, 2, 3. Combine every 3 stitches into 1. For this combining into 1 stitch, make it slightly tighter, just slightly decrease. When you come to the joining area, that is, where the front and back bodies connect, also combine, and pick up 1 stitch. We're going to start joining the yarn here. It's the edge stitch on both left and right sides for sewing. I'll begin from the left side. First, this yarn. Press it in first. Then 1 chain, braid. Pick up the stitch from inside out, work a back loop double crochet. Then press the yarn in. Work another stitch. This is our beginning back loop double crochet. 1 front loop, 1 back loop. 1 front loop, 1 back loop. When you meet a bobble, skip the bobble. Do not work into the bobble, this is a bobble. On other double crochet stitches, work either front loop or back loop. 1 front loop, 1 back loop, alternate like this as you go forward. When you meet a bobble, skip it. That's it. When you come to a chain, braid, skip it as well. Ignore it and move on from this. Skip directly over the first DC stitch, where you picked up the yarn. Alternate with 1 front loop, and 1 back loop double crochet, everything else remains the same. Starting from this front row, we begin from the bottom front, with the right side facing out. When you reach the junction point, where front and back are joined, the stitch that should normally be a front loop, instead, combine these 2 stitches together. Take 1 from each side and join them, work 1 incomplete double crochet only. On the other side, the back piece, since there's no bobble in the first row, simply work 1 stitch into each stitch as usual. When you reach the 3rd and 4th stitches, stitch 3 and 4, combine them, make 2 incomplete double crochets, back loop. Then when you get to the 3rd and 4th stitches on this side, do the same, effectively decreasing 1 stitch. This way, the stitch count for the front and back pieces will match. Refer to the chart for details. The method is the same, just combine those 2 incomplete back loop double crochets. This is how you decrease. Decrease 1 stitch here on this side, and continue the same way. At this point, since 1 was skipped earlier, you can either combine these 2 here, or join them on this side. It's the same result. When you reach the last 3 to 4 stitches, work 1 inner single crochet. And 1 outer single crochet. Still skip 1 stitch, leave it unworked. This means decreasing 1 stitch within these 7 stitches. You can decrease on this side or that side, it's fine either way. From now on, the method is the same. Continue working this round all the way around, then join with a slip stitch, the first stitch here. Find the top 2 strands and make a slip stitch into them. This marks the beginning of the second round. Each new round starts with 1 chain, followed by an outer single crochet. Then 2 chains. Next, look at the previous round, where you worked inner single crochets, work inner again, where you worked outer single crochets, work outer again. Just continue evenly without increasing or decreasing. You can repeat this for as many rounds as you like. This round is worked evenly, no increases or decreases. Work each outer single crochet from the previous round. This starting part is key. After twisting, make 1 chain, then an outer single crochet, followed by 2 chains, then continue from there. Keep working several rounds evenly like this. Continue working evenly without any changes. Work until you reach the desired length, then join with a slip stitch, cut the yarn, and weave in the ends. That's it. This hem is designed this way. It creates a slightly gathered effect. For the neckline, this is the right side of our sweater, facing outward. Along the neckline, pick up double crochets all around, starting from this point. Here, pick up 1 double crochet per stitch. Every stitch gets a double crochet. Then, at each of the stitches where we bound off, on those bound off stitches, pick up 3 double crochets for every row. Pick up 3 double crochets like this. Just pick them up as double crochets. For the rest, simply pick up 1 double crochet per stitch. Today we'll join the yarn. It's at the front neckline area. Remove the stitch marker here. At the top of this 3 chain space, pick up 2 strands of yarn. Then, I'll insert my hook first. 123. Start with 3 chains. Here, just pick up 1 stitch per stitch. Make sure the right side of the garment is facing outward now. Pick up 1 double crochet per stitch here. Also pick up a double crochet in this chain stitch on the first row where we bound off. Thread it through this post like this. Crochet 3 double crochets. Be sure to pick up 3 double crochets on this post. Then on the second row above, pick up 3 double crochets on this post. Here we've crocheted a total of 6 rows. So on each of these 6 posts above, crochet 3 double crochets, just like that. Crochet them up. When sewing the shoulders, at the seam area, add 2 extra stitches here. Make 1 stitch on this part. Then reach this corner, the place where we bound off at the back neckline, and also make 1 stitch there. On this bound off edge, crochet 3 double crochets. Then on this is also where we bound off. At the final neckline spot, make 1 double crochet. Alright, next just work 1 double crochet in each stitch, stitch by stitch. On this side too, it's the same, left and right should be symmetrical, crochet 1 stitch here. Then crochet 3 more, this is our shoulder. The back neck opening must be symmetrical on both sides, just crochet like this. On this side, pick up stitches the same way. Follow the crocheting method from this side, just like that, finish picking them up. After finishing, make sure the stitch count on both sides is exactly the same. Next, turn the work and start working even with 3 beginning chains. Starting from the second stitch. Now I can do front loop only, or back loop only double crochet. Our first stitch. Work a chain, then turn the fabric over. Wrap from back to front and crochet 1. Back loop single crochet. 2 chains. Like this. Then starting from the back. Front loop single crochet, 1 front, 1 back, 1 front, 1 back, just alternate like this. Work even, 1 front loop, 1 back loop, finish the entire row without increasing or decreasing, like this. Then 2 beginning chains. In the previous row we did back loop single crochet, so now on top of that we do front loop single crochet, same thing, work even without increases or decreases. Just pick up stitches evenly and work straight upwards without adding or skipping any. Crochet until you reach the desired length, then stop. Now, as a suggestion, since this side is the right side of our garment, you can see by the bobbles, the right side faces out, and our neckline should fold over like this. Suggestion, for the stitch along this edge, consider using a double crochet in the back loop of that outer single crochet stitch. Second suggestion, simply work a double crochet directly on the edge. Like this. Then for the last part, 3 beginning chains. When turning back, just finish with 1 double crochet. Same on this side. When you reach the end of this side, try to leave the yarn tail on this side. We'll keep going without cutting the yarn, as we're going to finish the neckline edge. Right now the right side of the garment is facing out. This is the front. When you finish this side, don't cut the yarn. We'll now add a border to the neckline. After completing the last double crochet of the row, make 1 chain. Then Work a single crochet into the post of that last double crochet, then make 1 chain, don't pull it too tight, keep it slightly loose, not too tight, and then into the stitch below, above the 3 chains, work another single crochet, again, don't crochet too tightly, then 1 chain, and into the next stitch below. Work a single crochet on the post of that double crochet stitch, always follow with 1 chain, keep it loose, then another single crochet in the next stitch below, 1 single crochet, then 1 chain, and continue this way. How many rows have we worked so far? After working those front loop and back loop double crochets, how many of these little pattern repeats did we make? 1 single crochet, 1 chain. Remember to keep the chain loose, like this. Take a look at the edge we've made. It should look like this, continuing all the way along every row. We've worked 6 rows even, no increases or decreases, plus 1 picking up row, this row where we picked up stitches along the side, for that row of picked up double crochets. Now we'll work into them. Work into the top of each, skip the post and work 2 single crochets into the same post. Same here, 2 single crochets on this side too. Whether it's a double crochet stitch, or a stitch picked up from the beginning chain, just work into it like this. Keep crocheting like this until you reach the unworked stitch at the neckline. Stop right at the center point. When working, keep the edge loose, don't make it too tight. This stitch here is the middle one we marked during dividing. It's the unworked stitch in the center. When you reach the first row of the split section, the first row worked even without increases or decreases, after completing the 2 single crochets on each side. Do this? This is that stitch. Now work 1 on the left and right side area. Work an incomplete single crochet, an incomplete single crochet, then work another incomplete single crochet on the other side. Then finish them together. Pull through. Then continue to the other side. The same way, the crocheting method on this side is identical to the other side. On the double crochet, work 6 without increasing or decreasing. So we crochet. Work 2 single crochets in each post. Keep it loose. Next, follow the same crochet method on this side to complete the round. Finish this side. Don't make it tight. After finishing these 2 chain loops, when moving up to the inner ring, whether working into the front or back loop, always keep it loose. 1 single crochet, 1 chain, 1 single crochet, 1 chain. Keep crocheting all the way. When we reach the very top, that is, where we are working, after finishing it should be 1 chain. On the 3rd stitch of these 3 beginning chains, pick up 2 strands and work a single crochet. Now this side is complete. Then chain 1 or 2, cut the yarn and weave in the end. Wait a second with the yarn, this part is our neckline. We'll start sewing the motifs onto the main part of the garment. Let's take a look at how to sew the motifs. First, mark each sewing point. We'll mark the center point of the motif, and place a marker at the corresponding position. Make sure to mark it clearly with a stitch marker. For the exact positions, refer to the pattern chart. Use this as a guide, including for the sleeves. Also use stitch markers on the sleeves. This is the center point of the motif. Now, the next step of sewing will be to attach our motif. This is our center point. There are 2 points on each side, 2 sewing points above, 2 below, and 2 on each side, making 8 sewing points in total. Prepare a few extra stitch markers, and roughly mark the positions first. Next, for the sewing, we'll align the center of the motif flower with this center point. The approximate position of the marker should be right at the center, yes, exactly here. Something like this, and remember, we have 8 petals, 2 on top, 2 on bottom, and 2 on each side. Use a stitch marker to roughly fix the position. Sew 2 on top. Then 2 on each side. Over here, Yes, exactly. On the right side, we'll add 2 here as well. First, roughly secure the positions. Then 2 at the bottom. So these are the 8 approximate points, 2 petals on top, 2 petals at the bottom, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Like this. Then, next, we'll begin crocheting the final round. Edge crochet. When starting the final round, begin edging and connecting. We'll use single crochet to connect. This is the marker position. On its right side, pick up 1 strand, work a single crochet. Pick up 2 strands, work a single crochet. Then continue according to the pattern. Again, at each point, add a connection on both the left and right sides. Just go directly with 1. Pick up 2 strands, work a single crochet, then continue working the pattern as before. Meaning when we connect, we add connections on both left and right sides of the stitch marker, right on this petal. On our 8 petals, the top 2 petals each have 2 points. Then on this petal above, and the petal below also has a stitch marker. There should be 2 points on both right and left sides, these 2 points. The first connection point inside the second petal. We are at the stitch marker. On the right side, pick up 2 strands, work a single crochet. Then continue with the pattern method. Now we've reached the second connection point again. On the right side of the stitch marker, pick up 2 strands. Then continue working the pattern all the way down. These are the 2 upper connection points. 2 on each side, left and right. For these 2 petals, follow this same method to complete the connections on this side. Both the right and left sides of this stitch marker. Then continue crocheting, finish it, and then take care of the left side. The right side from earlier. Work a single crochet to connect. Continue with the pattern. On this petal. This is the third petal. Finish it. Now start connecting this one again. This connection method is the same as that connection method. Just like this. Then on the right side of this stitch marker. Continue, finish crocheting this flower, work to the second connection point, the second connection point of this flower, the second connection point on the same petal. On the left side of this stitch marker. A single crochet. Use the same method to finish this one, and finish the remaining. Take a look. The 2 on the top left are already completed, so from now on, the method is the same. These 2, left, right. After joining with a slip stitch, these 2 petals here will also be used up. Then the 2 remaining petals, respectively using left, right on this side. After connecting here and finishing, check the tension, whether it needs adjustment. You can slightly pull outward, just adjust as needed. Because once these points are fixed, the position is roughly set. If it's too short, extend it a bit outward. If too long, ease it inward. Just make sure it's not too tight. That's how it is. Just fix it like this. Slight differences on the back don't matter much. This position is fine. Finally, join the beginning and end. Cut the yarn, then hide the yarn tail on the wrong side of the flower. Just tuck it in. So right from the start, fix it roughly in place, just like this. Okay, next, at other positions, just follow this method to sew them together. Sew it on as the final round, work and join simultaneously, crocheting and joining as you go.